So Jacob, for those of us who are wondering, tell us a little bit about you. Tell us who Jacob is. Where'd you
Um,
grow up? The whole thing.
okay. I grew up in Bakersfield, California.
Okay.
Graduated high school at North High. After I graduated, I tried to go in the Army. Got sent out to Fort Sill for basic. Got discharged from there for medical. And then once I got back home, I worked in a machine shop for about, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months. And I got a job offer in the oil fields. And I've been in the oil fields for, I don't know, 10 years, from 2011 till 2020. And then I left the oil fields, worked for the county, and while I was working at the county in 2022, I started doing the YouTube thing, live streaming and stuff.
So why did you leave the oil fields?
I just had enough. I mean, I'm hurt, my back's hurt, like, it just, I don't know. Figured time for a change. Might as well do something different.
You know what? Jacob will do some jumping jacks if you all hit the like button.
No. She's like, no, our kids need a dad, and I'm not going to quit my job. Just, YouTube, you're pretty much monetized on YouTube now. So just keep on doing YouTube, see where it goes, and you always have the option to go back to the oil fields down the road. So just give the YouTube journey a shot. And so I'm a stay-at-home dad during the day. It's like that song, Mr. Mom. And that's being a stay-at-home parent, like with 3 young kids, because I got a 10 or 11-month-old. It's got to be. Ashley's my sugar mama. I always tell her all the time, "What's up, sugar mama?" And I tell her, like, "Can you go buy me some McDonald's, sugar mama? I'm hungry." But field engineer, which is just a glorified well logger, and I was the guy that would come out with radioactive material and all kinds of fancy tools and wire line, and we'd hook up our crossovers onto the well, and while they're pumping either like steam at 600 degrees or high pressure wastewater back down in the ground, I was the guy that would. My dad was tool pusher. That's awesome, Heather. I was the guy that would kind of log where all your guys' material, where the oil field material is going at, and I would tell them whether I believe there's a leak in their pipe or if everything is going where it's supposed to be going. So
would be great.
I mean, it's a good lifestyle. I love it. It frees up a lot of time to where I can spend the time with my kids during the day. My son gets picked up by me every day at school.
Good.
My kids know who their dad is. Financially, the money sucks. But
yeah.
The lifestyle is fun. So if Ashley wasn't working, I'd be in the oil fields right now. I'd probably be in Texas or working in Alaska. It's fun, and it's frustrating, and it's wild, and it's scary, and it's stressful, and it's happy, and it's sad. You go through every single night. You go through all kinds of emotions, and since you're live streaming with a bunch of people watching you gotta always be like, go happy, right? So even if you're at the scene and you're like, man, I have a tear down my face, you have to just like try to bring positive vibes to everybody because you're a streamer. What's up, Eggsy?
Hi, Eggsy.
So, yeah, I don't know. And then on top of that, in case you guys haven't noticed, I got ADHD and ADD. So I'm just like, squirrel. Where's the squirrel?
I get squirreled all the time, Jacob. Yeah. All the time. Yeah. Yeah, it just has my mind. Okay, so does that happen to you a lot? Do you come up to a scene and you're just like, oh my God, but your reaction is something
I've seen some sad scenes, like families losing their house, a kid crying out front, and for me to mediate that, like one scene I left, I was kind of sad over the kid crying, so I gave him and his uncle or whatever, gave them some clothes I had in the trunk of the car. And then when I left, the viewer's like, can we donate some money to help him out, maybe get him a hotel? I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then I was like thinking like, all right, cool, I'll probably give him like $200 or whatever. No, they said like $1,150 or $1,140. So I had to turn around and go back and give him the money. And like for that situation, I guess that was like my therapy, being able to give the family $1,100 to get them into a hotel or get them clothes or get them food, get them a down payment on another apartment. I don't know what they used it for. I never talked to them again. But it was kind of ridiculous because it took me like 45 minutes to get the money sent over because I had to collect PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo, transfer it to my bank, like all these platforms. So Lynn and Virgie, so they were actually viewers and I recognized her name in the chat. And I was driving around one night right before Christmas, and probably like 2 weeks before Christmas, and or a year, I don't know. And she commented on the live stream. She's like, "Hey, I know it's I'm actually kind of in that situation right now. We're kind of hungry, to be honest with you." Or something. I forgot what it was. It was like just like a hint, like we're homeless right now and we're also hungry, because I was driving around in circles handing out burritos, and I was actually not far from them. I'm like, wait, what? You guys are homeless? When did this happen? And they're like, oh, about a month ago. And they were kind of like sleeping on a sidewalk next to the welfare office. That they were trying to go back and forth in welfare during the day, get stuff figured out. Stopped by, gave them some food and a tent and clothes, and thank God, because it was actually starting to rain. And then I was like, hey, I know it's kind of weird, but would you mind if I shared your story with the viewers and see if we can do like raise some money to get you in a hotel room for a night? Just like maybe get you a hotel room for one night, get you guys a shower and stuff. And they're like, yeah, that'd be amazing. I have no problem being on camera. That'd be more than we ever wanted. That'd be awesome. And then I drove off. The viewers sent like $100, $200 right away. By the time I got to the bank, the ATM bank thing, they had sent over $400. And then I withdrew the money and I went back. I was like, hey, is there any way you get you in a hotel right now, or get a ride, or where do you want to go? I got my dog with me. Do we need to get you Uber? Do you have family? Like, what can we do? She's like, we'll go to the hotel tomorrow afternoon. We'll just stay here and go to sleep and maybe meet you at the hotel tomorrow and get a ride tomorrow. I was like, okay, cool. Then I go to the hotel. About $400. We ended up spending like $1,200 on the hotel and gave them like $100 for food. And then right when they were about to, their hotel stay was about to be over. It was like right at Christmas when this happened. Right when the hotel stay was about to be over, another viewer actually stopped down and dropped another $500 on the hotel room to keep them there for almost another week. And then another viewer they had a family member that was going to donate them an older like fifth wheel RV. It's a camper trailer. It needs some love. It's not perfect, but it's shelter, right?
Mm-hmm.
At this point, they had their Social Security started coming in. Not very much. It's real low fixed income. It's hard. So then that viewer that donated towards the hotel had got it organized to where he donated the money for the deposit and first month's rent at a trailer park, and then he also had somebody move the trailer in for him. And then they got the trailer there, but then they didn't have any electrical or water or sewage lines, so it's just like a trailer with no power or water in it.
Okay.
So then I talked to viewers about that, and then they had raised a couple $100. I think it was like $200 or $300. I went down to Camping World, bought all the stuff to connect the trailer to water and sewage and electrical, and I went over there and did a little video and got them hooked up, and then we dropped off a little bit of food and stuff over this whole time. So it was all the viewers that did it. I was just a guy. I was just a main man.